No matter what we do, no matter the wrong that we project or the wrongs that we've done in life, at the end of the day, we all God's kids. And when you God kids, you sacred. George Floyd was a sacred man and one of God's favorites, obviously. As he's looking down, shining, probably cooling with God right now. Me and Harry Fraud been working on this project called Fraud Department. I told Harry, we need to cook something up that represents the sign of the times. We need to do our part as far as using our platform to let our voices be heard in more ways than one. And as the people mobilizing, as artists, we need to mobilize too, because our voice is very powerful. And he was like, I got something for it. Played that beat automatically, like he had it in a tuck waiting for this special day. If you follow my music or follow the history of my art, I kind of always speak out about injustice. I kind of always speak about the pain that we go through from the options that we have from coming up in the hood and things like that. So I'm just furthering my narrative. And now that everybody is mobilizing out at one force, it just feels good. You know what I mean? It makes me want to scream louder. And I couldn't let the opportunity pass without me voicing my opinion on what's going on with my peoples, with our peoples, with all of us. Cap took a knee, but I think it's time to take a stand. He took a stand by taking a knee 100%, but it's definitely time for us to really stand up for what we believe in. We can't achieve what we believe in by kneeling down. We got to stand up and go for it and go get it. We got to mobilize. That crooked cop put his knee on the neck of a sacred man. It's sad to see that George Floyd had to be a martyr for such a greater cause, and it hurts my heart to know that his daughter won't grow up without her father, but I do believe that her father will live on forever. His legacy, his memories, what he's done for us as a whole, us as a people. He has a real legacy to carry. We still searching for equal rights in this racist land that all started when Columbus docked here to take the land. They painted the story, very eloquently to the kids, and story of the Pilgrims and things like that. And they made it seem like they made friends with the Indians and things like that. And as you get older, you start to learn more about your history or your roots, and you understand that it wasn't so. And I'm not a history teacher, but from the facts of history, I don't think Columbus came here to strike a deal and rent some property. They came here to kind of rape and pillage, and that's what they did. And, there's no future without knowing your history, and you always got to kind of put your people up on game. And for the millennials and the newer generation, I don't know if they understand the history like we once did. I mean, when we were going to school, it was a little bit different. I do believe the curriculum and things like that. So I always like to highlight on history. History is always good. With the spirit of the Haitians, we take the power of the land back. This 40 got so much power, man. I think you should stand back. Haiti was probably the only country to fight their oppressors and take their land back for their own freedom. And still to this day, Haiti is its own entity. I didn't learn that till me having so many Haitian friends, and I'm honorary Haitians, and you know what I mean? So sac passe to all my Haitians, but I've learned a lot of history by having a lot of Haitian friends, and that was one of the most compelling things that I learned about Haitians and you could see that in the people and how much integrity they have in everything they do, especially those that came from Haiti and moved to America, and how they take opportunity a little bit more than we take opportunity, you know what I mean? Because they wasn't given nothing at all. They had to take back everything. So, and I cherish all my Haitian friends and all my Haitian people. I mean that dearly. And they know how to cook their ass off. That rice with the fish, you know what I mean? The fried snapper and things like that, you dig? Ooh-wee. But, it's a whole nother story, man. Shout out to all my Haitians, man. Every time we try to dig our way out, we sinking like a sand trap. We need more than reparations, man. Why can't you understand that? I mean, reparations is the least we could get. They should be happy. We're not saying we want revenge. You know what I mean? And I don't even think with reparations we're going to get back what's old. We're old kingdoms. We'll take that for now. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more than 40 acres and a mule they owe us, but, We'll take that at the least. We spell America with 3 Ks. We'll show you mass hysteria like loading up 3 Ks. They've been burning preachers down on CNN for the past 3 days. That's for every time they see that murder on social media replays. When you see the George Floyd tragedy happen over and over in front of your face on your Instagram, on every feed and things like that, it just makes you just want to go crazy. And I think that's what it did to the thousands and thousands of people that protested across the country and across the world for that matter. The president tweeted and said when the looting starts, his exact quotes was, "That's when the shooting starts. So tell that motherfucker we already started looting. If shit get any worse, we gonna be ready to start shooting." Usually presidents are very eloquent and disciplined in the manner they speak when it comes to speaking to their people. And they show compassion for their country above all, no matter what's going on, because that's who they are. They are the number one guy in this country. And you know what I mean? But it's a whole nother situation when it comes to our president that we have now. And just the tweet itself when he said the looting and the shooting was just so striking. The looting was evident. That already started happening at that point. And I don't think that we're going to tolerate too much more of them inflicting pain on us. And if it get any worse, I do believe we're going to protect ourselves. As I pray to the soul of Malcolm and Martin Jr. would be happy for all the troops that was marching. I guess you could say they both got different ideals, but trying to achieve the same goal, and that's to see the black man flourish just as much as any other race. One wanted to do it by peace, and the other would do it by any means necessary. I think we need a little bit both at this time, and for the fires that they set, I know it has to feel good for them to see that the fuel is still lit as they see so many young individuals and so many individuals of different color mobilizing and all marching for one cause, and was the cause that they've been marching for so many years. As we look on TV, it seems like the revolution is starting. What happened to you saying the revolution won't be televised? I love Chuck D, but we in a whole new era, Chuck. The revolution will be televised. On the same day they let the rockets shoot to the Martians, I seen a Somalian girl with a handful of tear gas. 2020, not even half of the year passed. Elon Musk rocket was shooting to the Martians at that time, and it was not no shot at that. It just goes to show that even in the midst of what we feel is so important, a world issue, the world still moves on. We've been going through a lot since the beginning of the year, starting with this COVID and that spiraling into just madness. And then in the midst of all the madness, we go through the whole George Floyd tragedy, and that puts a rage in us that I haven't seen in all the years of my life. And we've been rioting, we've been marching, we've been looting for so many years, but this is much different, and I do believe everybody can feel it. Like, this is way different. We've been fighting COVID, and everybody got to wear masks, so let's all bow our heads, because we're going to need some more prayers at mass. It's a little airy. I'll be able to go inside the bank with a red bandana over my face and nobody getting nervous to go withdraw money. Like, it's just crazy, man. But I do encourage everybody to keep wearing their masks, because this is a serious thing. Like, this is a for real thing, and I want my people to pay attention. And I ain't trying to hate on nobody's operation and, handle your scandal and all that, but be safe while you're doing it. Play the rules at least. I see there's nobody wearing masks anymore. Like, this shit is not for real, man. At least keep a mask on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what. I'm going to stay away from the bullshit until it all gets better. I'm part owner of a marijuana brand, doing pretty good. I was actually in the Forbes magazine, a Forbes article earlier today. It came out pretty big for a kid from Harlem that owns a marijuana brand to be in the Forbes. So,